The world actually looks to the United States. And I got lots of examples. You've heard some of them over the years. They look to the United States. We have 9 cities, 10 active monthly roundtables, Wisconsin institutions and servant leadership. I mean, there are companies and organizations that are coming behind this. The testimony of 200 plus YouTube's videos that these gentlemen have been good enough to put there, they are good too. They are good. Papers, studies, all Wisconsin stories. There's a reboot meeting, which we're going to talk about right here. As a result of the International Summit, we took that information, pulled it forward. We found people that were interested that before had not been exposed, and some really home runs. There's a couple of them are sitting in the room. And we gathered, there was 30 people invited to participate in a SWOT analysis individually on their own. We provide them a ton of material from our state surveys and the international conference. And from that, they gave us their SWOT analysis. That then was brought to a meeting one afternoon in Fond du Lac. All of them were invited. 12 showed, 18 completed the SWOT analysis and continue to be involved. And from that group, and they were all told, we cannot do this with somebody else. We have to do what we come up with. So stay focused. And they did it. They broke out, had one person in charge. I had the dizzies or some darn thing. I don't know, my eyes. Anyways, I couldn't function very well. So I turned it over to somebody else. Worked great. Broke into small groups. Small groups came back with their solutions to individual items. And that group then came up with this. And this is running quite well. I won't go through all the details. The one that we're really charged with is organizational structure 1. You know, and the underlying question is, how do you replace me and Tom Thibodeau? And Tom says, I'm not giving up. Well, I'm not talking about giving up. We have to have our replacement, and it's pertinent. And so that is well developed, and we got one little kernel that just may come together in the next 2 weeks, and then we'll take that back to our boot-up meeting and then have something to refine and share with everybody. But that's what's happening there in Wisconsin. Now keep in mind, Wisconsin is a beacon in the country and in the world. It's kind of hard to understand that, but it's true. You're the folks right here. There's 3,000 signed up. We tried to clean up that list. We offered to, why don't you get off the list if you're not opening? Nobody wants to get off the list. It was very interesting, and we have some very good people helping us in this area. Here are all the different, I'm just going to note, we have somebody here from, we have somebody here from Concordia, but I don't know that they're leading that group, are they? No. Alverno, Kim is usually here, but you're taking her place. We got a dean that came in and took her place. You could tell by her feedback. Did you want to say something?
No, we'll see on Thursday.
Okay. Dan is here. Dan, raise your hand. He is the person that started these roundtables, which have evolved considerably. And he handles the downtown, we call it the central. And downtown is the Create Institute at MSOE. Madison, we don't have anybody here from Madison. The Northeast Fox Cities, they're not here. Racine, Bernard has a new job. I haven't got caught up with him yet, but somebody grabbed him and put him in their company based on probably his iterations on what he sees and can do. La Crosse, there's a ton of stuff going on. Fond du Lac, they have a meeting once a month. Now, this is the interesting stuff. These are all the things that are going on in the state organization and connected to some national stuff. The PhD program in Missouri continues on. Their first session was done In another 2 years, they'll have another session done. These are pre- and post-doc students. No, they're getting their doc student in education, but it includes character education and servant leadership. But the interesting thing is this 56 seconds, 5,780,000 connections. I don't actually know what that means other than it's articles, books, and discussions. It would include us.